Woodshop Safety Orientation, Part 1, Safety and Operations. Number 1, sign in. Before beginning the class, everyone is required to sign in at the front desk and pay for the orientation class. Number 2, there's an age restriction for patrons in the woodshop. Children under 12 must be supervised at all times in the Courting Arts and Crafts building. Children under 12 are not allowed into the woodshop, so plan ahead if you intend to bring young children. Children who are older than 12 may come into the woodshop, but those ages 12 to 15 are prohibited from using any tool that plugs into the wall. They may only use the hand tools. You must be 16 and older to use the power tools and machines. Number 3, safety is our number 1 priority. For your own protection, you are required to wear safety gear as long as you're working in the woodshop. We care about your safety and we provide personal protective equipment, including safety glasses and hearing protection for you to use. Number 4, what we say goes. If we tell you to correct something or ask you to do something differently, we're doing this for your benefit. Your safety is our number 1 priority and it needs to be yours too. Machines can be replaced, people can't. Number 5, ask for help. We don't expect you to be perfect or to know how to do everything, so we are here to help you. If you're not absolutely 100% certain about what you're doing, ask us. Ask the manager or the staff and we will do everything we can to teach and to help you. Number 6, please clean up after yourself. We are here to help you, but we ask that you clean up after yourself. Cleanup begins 30 minutes before we close. A warning will be given 45 minutes before we close so you can start to wrap up your projects and pay your dues at the register. If you do not clean up after yourself, you'll be charged a cleaning fee of $5 the next time you come in. By cleaning up your messes, we are better able to help you. Number 7, if equipment is out of order, do not touch it. We strive to maintain our equipment so that it's always ready for you to use, but occasionally our machines require maintenance. If you see an out of order sign, we ask that you do not touch the machine. This is for your safety and to prevent further damage to the machine. Number 8, we sell wood. We carry several different species of furniture grade wood for you to use on your projects. We sell our wood by the board foot, so if you're trying to determine the price of a board, multiply the number of board feet by the price per board foot shown on the chart next to the cage. Number 9, we offer storage. We offer spaces upstairs where you can store your wood for extended periods of time. Speak with the staff at the register to sign up for this. All projects left overnight must have a woodshop project record on it with your name and phone number. There's a $10 monthly storage fee that can be paid in advance if you need it for an extended amount of time. Number 10, you can bring in outside supplies. You are allowed to bring in outside supplies, including stains and paints. However, any chemicals that you bring in must be taken home with you. You are not allowed to leave any chemicals overnight. Number 11, pallet wood and unknown wood species are not allowed on our machines. Wood that has any kind of metal in it, such as nails or staples, are not allowed to be run through the machines. If you bring in wood from outside the facility and you do not know its species, you're not allowed to cut it with our machines. If this rule isn't followed, you may be held financially accountable for any damages done due to negligence. Number 12, we have a lot of hand tools to use. Some hand tools have a red tape on the plug. This means that they must be plugged into a transformer, otherwise they will be overloaded and break. If equipment breaks because of your negligence, you may be held accountable for damages. We try to provide you everything you may need for a project, and we ask that you respect and take care of our equipment as if it were your own. Please ask us any questions you may have. Number 13, be patient. Woodworking is a time-consuming process, so be patient and take your time with a project and when using machines. Create a plan for your project before you start to cut anything, and you'll save yourself time and prevent potential pitfalls. Number 14, be gentle with the equipment. Our equipment is not as tough as you think. Be patient when you're cutting. If you rush, you may end up ruining your project or making it so others cannot use the equipment. You may be held accountable if there is extensive damage to the machine. If you're not sure, ask us. We're here to help you. Number 15, consider the worst possibilities. When working with these machines, remember that they are highly dangerous and capable of taking fingers off in an instant. When you're operating the machine, consider the worst possible outcomes from how you are operating the machine. If something doesn't feel right, change your approach or ask for help. We're here to help you and to ensure your safety. Number 16, lastly, be aware of those around you. Please be courteous to those around you. Watch your wood when you're moving it, and please clean up after yourself. We ask that you treat our wood shop like you would treat your own. Part 2. Equipment. Table saw. This is meant for cutting with the grain of the wood. Do not remove the guard without permission from the staff. Make sure you turn on the dust collector. Make sure you clean up when you are done. Please ask for help before you adjust the angle of the blade or before you cut a dado. Miter saw, or the crosscut saw. This is meant for cutting against the grain of wood. Make sure you keep your hands back from the blade and keep the fence in mind when you are cutting. Avoid cutting the fence with the saw as you may be held responsible for damages. Never cross your arms over the machine. Bandsaws. The smaller bandsaw is great for cutting irregular shapes. Before you cut, adjust the guard so that it's only a ½ inch above the wood you are cutting. This helps to prevent the blade from turning and snapping while you are cutting. Keep both hands on the wood at all times while you are cutting. Keep your fingers out of the direct path of the blade. Resaw bandsaw. You must receive individual training before operating this machine. We keep this machine off and you must request to turn it on. The use of this machine requires supervision. This machine is best used for cutting thick pieces of wood in half, and the brake is located on the side of the machine. Jointer. This machine is meant to help clean up the edges of boards. Do not adjust the handle on the orange guard. Make sure you only shave 1/8 of an inch off at a time to prevent overloading the machine. And use push sticks to push the wood stock through the blades. Keep your hands at least 3 inches away from the blades at any given time unless there's a push stick between your hands and the blades. And do not change the depth of the cut. Planer. This is meant to cut wood to the desired thickness and to make it even across the board. It also helps to smooth each side that passes under the blades. Only shave 1/8 of an inch off at a time or you may overload the machine and break it. When using this, turn the handle at the side a max of 1/4 of the way each time, and be patient so that you achieve the desired thickness without damaging the wood. Sanders, belt, circular, and spindle. These are meant to help you quickly sand pieces down to the desired shape or thickness. You must be careful with your fingers. These sanders will sand the skin off very quickly. Don't push what you're sanding too hard. You'll damage the machine. Lathe. The use of the lathe requires special instruction. The lathe is used for making round objects like pens, table legs, and bowls. Make sure you mount the wood stock to the machine and ensure a tight hold. Adjust the chisel guard to 1 inch away from the stock, and then lower the gate guard. Then you may turn on the machine and ensure the stock is safely on the machine. When you're ready, cut using various chisels. Be careful, these are sharp and still dangerous. Drill press. Ensure the drill bit is squarely installed into the chuck, then tighten the chuck. Adjust the height of the table to ensure the wood stock will be cut. Lower the drill using the handle and cut through the stock in sections. Panel saw. Mount the board to be cut on the silver rollers at the bottom, and then line up with the measurements on the machine. Turn on the blade and let it get up to speed. Then guide the blade all the way down to the bottom of the machine. The CNC. We have started to accept custom orders using the CNC machine. Only staff is allowed to operate the machine. Do not touch it. It's more sensitive than it looks. You've now completed the woodshop safety orientation. Upon completing the assessment, you will be able to come in and use the woodshop whenever we are open. Ask us any questions you may have.